Hey everyone, it's Tony George from DocSports.com. It is the 2024 NFL season, and you know what that means. Every Monday or early Tuesday morning, usually Mondays, we do the NFL opening line report where I give you raw, candid, and unfiltered reactions, minus the F-bombs, to what I see in the opening lines, which I have not seen at all. Haven't seen a line as of Monday morning when I'm taping this, for this upcoming week in the NFL. We didn't do it in week one. I had a little bit of a family emergency. Those of you that have followed me on Twitter, it's going okay. But nonetheless, just did not have the time to put in to do it as I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So what you do is you leave your comments on what you think about the NFL opening lines, who you would take, your parlays, your teasers, maybe a prop, or your thoughts on the games. Put them in the comments section. I will go back into the comments section. We got to filter out the haters, the porn sites, the F-bombs. It is family entertainment. And links from other services that want you to come to the Super Lock of the Millennium page. And I will post them up here and interact back and forth with you during the week in the comments section. So this is an interactive deal. Nonetheless, we're going to take a look at these lines. These are not handicap picks. These are just initial reactions and thoughts to what I see. There's a lot of handicapping that's got to be done between now and when we release our plays on Thursday, and you to bet them whenever you bet them. You should bet them as early as possible, and then wait on a couple of lines during the weekend to see if they move, get off a hook, or one of those things. But we had a 2-2 opening weekend, ho-hum. Lost a little bit. We had a 6-unit position on Miami, who never got off the bus. Shouldn't even won the game. Jacksonville fumbled it away. Miami, one of the most poorly coached teams outside of Cleveland that I saw all weekend long, actually, with a game plan and just guys ready to play. Just absolutely deplorable. Miami should have cleaned the slate with them. But let's get to the opening lines, and let's go here. Speaking of Miami, they're playing Thursday night, laying 1.5 to the Bills, total 50. Bills own these guys. They're 9-1 straight up against them in the last 10. I know that for a fact. I think they're like 6-4 ATS. Bills had a difficult time. Grabbed a victory from the jaws of defeat against Arizona, a team that Griff Murphy and I talked about on the Doc's Gridiron six-pack, which went 4-2, by the way. Yeah. Tune in. Anyway, talked about Arizona being a team that's going to compete for 4 quarters. They play hard for that coach. They had a healthy Kyler Murray, who ran all over Buffalo. I didn't watch a lot of the games this weekend. I taped a lot of them. I'm going to watch them during the week. I was concentrating on 4 or 5 games I really had an interest in for numerous reasons. I could only lean Buffalo, despite their injuries. Total's 50. That's about right. What were those like? Let me pull that up a minute. If I get my computer, my internet's sketchy here. Both of them flew over the total last year. 34-28. Oh, wait a minute. Well, no, pardon me. Let me get head-to-head. No, they didn't. 21-14, the second meeting under, and that was the game in Miami in January. In October, they played Buffalo 48-20. Buffalo waxed them. I'd lean Buffalo there, just out of the gate. Tampa Bay, Detroit. On Sunday, Detroit's at home, laying 6.5, total 51. If you're Cleveland, how do you feel about getting rid of Baker Mayfield? Huh? How's that Deshaun Watson working out for you? All that money you spent. Cleveland, blowing a ton of money on a quarterback, again, that's not worth spit. Ridiculous. Had a free play on Cleveland. They should have been able to push Dallas around in both sides of the ball in the trenches. Nothing. Dallas beat the piss out of him, and Watson looked like a butt clown. All right. That's too many points, in my opinion. Too many points. I like the Bucks. Jets, now they have not played San Francisco. I'm taping this late Monday morning. They are laying 4 on the road at Tennessee, who gave a game away to Chicago. Chicago's offense didn't do anything. Total 42. I'll be looking at the under there. Seattle, New England. New England pulled off the biggest upset of the weekend and blew me out of the water, along with 4,800 plus guys in the Circus Survivor contest and probably most Survivor contests around the country. I out-tricked myself on that. I, like New Orleans, passed on New Orleans in week 1 because I had a couple of really sharp guys in Vegas during circuit contest weekend telling me that Carolina was going to be better than advertised. How the hell did that work out? Embarrassing. Embarrassing. New England, Seattle. Seattle on the road, who got to play a rookie quarterback in not so stellar of a debut at home against Denver. And New England did what they did. 37.5 is the total. Take the under. You're going to see a lot of Walker and a lot of Stevenson running the ball. Lot. Both teams are going to pound the rock in that game. Neither quarterback's reliable. Cleveland, Jacksonville. Jacksonville -4, total 41.5. Give me Jacksonville. Period. San Francisco laying 5 at Minnesota with a big blowout against the Giants. Another poorly coached team and another bad quarterback. Why are they giving Jones, Watson all this money? Just 2 of them, just off the top of my head. You know? You give somebody like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, money. You know? You don't give... I mean, Sam Darnold looked like Joe Montana. Total 45.5. I'm really going to hold comment on this. Oh, boy. What do you think? What do you think? 5's the worst number. Remember, we're betting numbers. We're not betting games. You know? Depends on how healthy. San Francisco should beat them by a touchdown. It depends on how healthy San Francisco gets out of Monday Night Football. The Colts against Green Bay. Colts laying 4 on the road. Jordan Love's, I have not seen his status. If he does not play, lay it with the Colts. Total 41. You just don't know here without the status of, see if I got an up-to-date injury report. Let's talk about it being all friendly and everything, having an iced tea. They don't have him listed. Injury reports in the NFL are like the NBA. They're not even worth the paper they're written on. Give me the status of Love in that game. If he's healthy, be a hell of a game. Obviously, he's not, because there's no way that Indy should be laying 4 on the road. That's for sure. So, FYI. What's the total in that again? Let's talk about that total. 41. That might go over. That might go over. Chargers at Carolina, -6.5, 38.5 is the total. Carolina just absolutely deplorable at it. Oh, my God. Chargers lackluster win over the Raiders. Managed 22 points. Jim Harbaugh football. Give me the Chargers in a teaser. Half of a teaser. Get them down to a half a point. Giants at Washington. Washington -2.5. Total 43.5. Divisional game. Money line on Washington's -140. Yeah, one thing, Jones looked bad. The Giants looked bad. All those things. Cleveland looked like just total dog dung. And they have actually supposed to have a good defense. They got shredded. One thing, you don't want to overreact to what you saw the week before in the NFL, especially week one, because it was week one. But they missed Barkley. I take the Skins there. Oh, pardon me. Pardon me. Politically correct. The Commanders. Baltimore at home. Oh man, laying 9.5 to the Raiders. Total 41.5. There's your teaser. Chargers, Ravens. Lock it in now. Anybody want to lay 9.5 in the NFL's week 2? Now, I did not watch, just out of the corner of my eye, but I have it taped. I'm going to watch it tonight. I did not watch the Raiders and Chargers game. I haven't even studied the box score. Let's do one. Let's take a look at Minshew's numbers. I didn't even see his. Okay, they managed 10 points against the Chargers, and you know Baltimore's going to rack up points. 25 of 33 for 257, 1 touchdown and 1 INT. Wow. That's good numbers. And they only managed 10 points. Wow. 41.5. You might want to take a look at the over. New Orleans. Huge upset over the weekend, catching 6.5 at Dallas, total 45.5. Give me the over. Because New Orleans has got a quarterback and Cleveland doesn't. The Arizona Cardinals catching 1 at home against the Rams, total 50. Rams lost, at least looks like they lost one of their receivers. Don't quote me on the name, Acuna. I like names like Jones, Johnson, Thomas, Smith. Brady, easy names to remember. Arizona give you a ball game. Arizona will give you a ball game. Minus 110's on the money line. You might see some love for the Rams as the week goes along. They didn't look all that good. Their defense is suspect. I'd take Cards at home, catching 1. Denver at home against Pittsburgh. The Steelers game I watched because I liked Atlanta this past week. Atlanta looked terrible. Kirk Cousins gave the game away. Pittsburgh won a game and never scored a touchdown. And TJ Watt is a one-man wrecking crew. They were scared to death of him. Rarely do you see players scared in the NFL of another NFL player because everybody's a badass. TJ Watt has that effect. I can only take Pittsburgh, total 37. Might be an under. Could you imagine a rookie quarterback against TJ Watt? Yeah, give me the Steelers. Kansas City at home against Cincinnati, laying 6. There's another teaser play. Take Kansas City at a pick 'em. Mix them with, do a 3-teamer. Total 48. Cincinnati, just disgusting. They missed Joe Mixon. You think they missed Joe Mixon? Who had a huge day for Houston. Why would you trade that guy away? Salary cap problems? Screw it. Get rid of somebody else. Get rid of a cornerback who can't tackle. You don't get rid of a guy like Joe Mixon. Kansas City added time to prepare, blows them out of the water. Chicago on the road at Houston, minus 6.5, total 46. Chicago's defense won the game for them. Turnovers by Tennessee. I was not impressed at all with Caleb Williams. C.J. Stroud, one of the up-and-coming quarterbacks in the NFL. Chicago first road game with a team that has not gelled on offense whatsoever. Quit looking at the preseason numbers. I had the under in that on the Gridiron Six-Pack show in that Chicago-Tennessee game. Under 46 here. Might want to take a look at the under there too. Philadelphia laying 6.5 against Atlanta, total 48. That is the Monday Night Football game. Philadelphia played sloppy in that game against Green Bay in Brazil. 48 points. I mean, Atlanta could not get it going offensively. Robinson is a one-man wrecking crew at running back. They got a good 1-2 punch at running back there for Atlanta. They got to take the pressure off Cousins. London couldn't get open. Philadelphia does not have near the defense that Pittsburgh does. I'd take a look at the under 48 in that game. I really would. That's the NFL opening line report, week 2. Leave your comments in the comments section, and we'll get back to you on those. Be sure and look for daily free play videos starting Tuesday. We'll do those in Major League Baseball. We got college football, which we hit a big 7-unit play last weekend. A good Saturday, plus 880 to the good. We learned a lot, and we're going to continue to learn during the week in the NFL. Take a look at some of these key injuries. Take a look at some of the dynamics in these games. We'll be back up Thursday with another NFL card. I did see one game in here I really liked, and at least on the surface out of the gate. And, of course, then be sure and tune in on Thursday for the Doc's Gridiron 6-pack, which went 4-2 last week and was 68% against the spread for free last year.